work. Haha, lol. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is having a great day. Um, we got some interesting stuff to talk about today. Also, welcome to chat, Weedy for the next 30 minutes, and Weta. So, and Mind Magic. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It is the House of Wheels. We love the House of Wheels. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my camera quickly. My cats. You're gonna see some of my dirty clothes. My cats are just like. I need to invest in like a cat cam. Don't ignore my dirty clothes. But like cats are so weird. They acting like they didn't do this like a week ago. Like at least not in my room. But now they do. Now it's like, you know what, actually we like chilling in your room. So, they do that now. Anyways. A cat cam would go crazy. Anyways, today I'm not sure how long the stream is gonna be because I need to make sure Sparrow doesn't yell at me for saying too much. So if you want to get anything out of me now, do it before Sparrow gets me. But anyways, today we are talking about the untold story of New Bloom SMP, which is the title of my next project, which will be coming out in early 2025. If you have not seen the teaser, it is on my main YouTube channel. Came out yesterday. I know you are here, Sparrow, but you can still yell at me. So, the point of this stream is I'm going to talk about kind of what the project actually is, because I think some people are a little confused about it, which was kind of the point. I wasn't necessarily trying to be the most clear about what it was in the teaser, but, the main thing is Laura's coming back, at least one last time. If you're coming about saying something, just ping me. No, I'll just say it. It's fine. I'll just say. I don't think anyone minds. No, yes. So, yes. Laura's coming back. So, yeah. I'm going to talk about that. If you have any questions, feel free, and I'll try to answer it without spoiling the project. And also, if you want to see anything in the project. So, obviously, Laura's a very sensitive thing, and the purpose of this project is to kind of tidy up lore, fix plot holes, and kind of just have it all run smoothly. So if there's something in lore that you weren't necessarily happy with, or you think if it was written slightly differently, it could be better, we can try to fix that. Oh, I hate ads. I need to look on Spotify next time to see if this has music. I'm so excited. I sent the announcement video to all my family members. Dude, I worked on that announcements video for longer than I should have. I skipped 2 days of school to work on it. To be fair, it was like senior ditch day, but I probably wouldn't have skipped if it was not for the video. I didn't miss anything important. Like I did the math. I'm like, okay, I will be fine. But I really want to make sure the teaser was pretty solid. I had Mr. Zollister look over it, and we talked about some stuff to do with the video. So there is a lot going along with it. The fans have been fixing your plot holes for years. Yeah. Listen, sometimes I can't control the plot holes. Also, we started lore when I was just getting to high school. My storytelling skills weren't like all the way there. But I think they've gotten a little bit better. Oh yeah, swimming. Yeah. We wanted to make sure I had to make sure I got the right fish. Like I had to go back to Zoster's old video because Sparrow wasn't responding to me fast enough to make sure it was the right fish. I even name tagged it swimming. Just because I thought I was gonna despawn or something. I'll actually show that map later on the stream because it's cool. Cool little set me and Christopher quickly put it together. And if you didn't know, that set is actually or the whole teaser started off with I don't know if you remember this, but for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, when they first announced it with Ryan Reynolds sitting on the couch and Hugh Jackman just walking behind, it's like, "Hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, Ryan." I took inspired that. So that's where the teaser started on, and I just kind of built from that. But I really wanted to, like, I'll show some comparisons here later. I know it's fine. That's why I figured it out. You're looking at every detail. I will say there's not necessarily teases. I mean, it's a lore recap. We are adding new stuff, technically. And I'm gonna actually get into what we're changing, because some of it, roughly, not specifically, because some of the stuff I do have to keep semi-secret. But anyways, I first want to kind of talk about what started this project, because I think that story is a little bit interesting. Because I think we were talking about doing this sort of project for months now. I want to say maybe around the end of summer, or maybe around there. Sprouse sent me a video that was kind of like observing just like weird YouTube trends, and like how some videos, like just weird YouTube trends. And one of them was kind of like how people will make these really long series, and then at the end of the series will make into one like long mega movie. Well, that video will do a lot better and get a lot more attention. So, that's like, okay, so looking back at it, maybe we could do that with Dewa Dewa, or maybe Crimpy Origins. So that's kind of where I'll start. I was thinking like, okay, maybe something like that would be cool. I can't wait to have 500% more of a presence in lore. Yeah, we're the weedy plot holes we are working on. I think we've there's like, I think it is technically explained in normal lore, but we just want to make it more apparent of where he was. But I think we did actually make some explanations, but there's just so much, it's long ass streams. No one's going to remember that. Wait, do you have a decent amount? Yeah, a decent amount. We're still, I think, adding more. Happy Halloween. It is no longer Halloween. It is actually November 1st. Do I get a total of 3 minutes? Wait, you have to see. But yeah, anyways, so it started off as like, okay, maybe we could recap Dewa Dewa, maybe we could recap Crimpy Origins. And then I think that eventually grew to, why don't we just kind of like do a recap of all of lore? So what I was going to do is I was going to get the streams together, and I was just going to kind of narrate over it if I needed to like connect dots. So I was going to have a little bit of narration, and it was basically just going to be a summary of New Album lore. And from there, then we went another step. And I'm like, okay, well, how about we get other people involved? So we got Zolster, we got Fashith, or Kuro, as he goes by now. We got Weedy. Pretty much, so in the teaser, there's like a list of names. That list is not for in terms of like, oh yeah, look, these characters were in lore. Look at this. Those are all the people who agreed to record new voice lines for lore for this project. So far, I think I've technically gotten one more person after the teaser who's already said yes, and we're still kind of reaching out to people and kind of figuring out like, okay, who else could do voice lines? So now there's the people who got voice lines for. They're also going to narrate parts of the video, and also we're making brand new scenes like we've said. So like there's like specific scenes like it would be cool if we actually like show this. Like that would be much cooler. Like, let me think. Can I give away one scene? I'm trying to think of like a good one that I would. Actually, I won't give specific, but like in season 3, a lot of those storylines, or specifically character lines, are unfinished. I think one of the more major ones is the Conan Czar storyline. That just never got finished. So we're writing like a whole little segment there where that actually kind of ties it all up and finishes out kind of what they wanted to do. So, I mean, season 3 is going to have the most brand new stuff because there's so much more to clean up and so much that we want to rewrite of season 3. So there's going to be a lot new stuff there, which is kind of cool. Oh no, Weedy, I'm sorry. I don't think you appear in the animation. No, Weedy, you didn't make it. But yeah, so season 3 is going to have a lot. So that's going to be fun. Oh, cat, you want to... Hold on, I'm going to open the door for my cat. I know, I'm opening the door. There you go. Tommy, you want to leave too? Okay, he's staying for a little bit longer. Hello, Toby. Yitzio. Oh yeah, the time loop stuff. We will. So, okay. Let me take this one step at a time. I'm trying to think what to say without saying too much. Could be you're paying my servants. I can't say that word. So yeah, it started off with that, and we're also adding a little bit more of a video essay type style to it, and in betweens of telling the story and here and there. And we're really going deep inside and not only talking about the story of lore, but what was it like outside of lore, and creating this thing, and what impact did that have on us as people and of just growing up, because a lot of us when making it were under 18 or just turned 18. So I mean, a lot of people in and out grew up with lore, so it's very much interesting to see how that. So we kind of developed all into that, and the thing. Now we have started writing it. We are a good amount in writing it. I think there's still a good amount left to go. So we're gonna be working on that here for a little while longer. But I have done some slight test edits, which it's kind of how we're writing this. I have to do some editing to test some things out while also writing. So it's a back and forth. And I have very rough time estimates for how long this project is gonna be. So, that was my favorite childhood memory. Exactly. So I have a rough estimation. I started off with figuring out, okay, what are the lengths of season 2 stuff gonna be. So season 2, for those who don't know, our season 2 is cut up into 3 chapters when it was actually being streamed. Chapter 1 is the ball. Chapter 2 is the plaza. And then chapter 3, the very smallest chapter and really not much in it, is basically just the end. So everything after the plaza. So I was doing some test edits with that to see, and technically I have done something like this, but only with chapter 1. But that was my second project ever after Nooblem Rewind 2020. So that was in 2021, and this is 3 years later. In that video was about an hour and a half long, and in pretty much cut out all of at least Croc's VODs, and it cut out a decent amount of other stuff. It cut out a lot. So the thing with that video is what I was trying to do back in the day is tell the full story of the streams almost, which isn't the play. And there was should have been more narration. So the rough cut I have of season 2, chapter 1 is now 1 hour, including everything, which is pretty solid. And that's still going to change a little bit. But that's 1 hour for a chapter of a season. I tried season 2, chapter 2, another hour. And then chapter 3 was about 30-ish minutes. So right there, season 2 is a full movie. Season 3, we are obviously, there's going to be a lot more added to season 3, plus the streams. And also, we're going to fit Dewa Dewa in there. Hold on, I'm getting DMs. Am I getting yelled at? Okay, no, it's fine. It's something entirely different. So, season 3, I've also only done the outline for season 2, technically. So, that's the only, closest, most in-stone thing I know in terms of time-wise. But based off that, I can kind of assume other stuff. So, season 3, we are doing the streams. We are adding a fuck ton of new scenes. Also, season 2 is getting new scenes. I don't know if I made that clear. Every season's getting new scenes. Every season. So yeah, season 3, streams, new scenes. Dewa Dewa is also a part of that. We are going to cover Dewa Dewa in that. And I think Dewa Dewa is the only thing that's not really getting narrated over, because I think in its form, it is good pacing, and I think narrating it only ruins it. I think the changes I am going to make to Dewa Dewa is I'm basically gonna re-edit the ends of it and make it a full length movie with no cuts, no credits, no after credits. Title card will be like one title card at the end, maybe one. One title card maybe at the end, one title card at the start. One long thing. We haven't talked about it, but I think we might also add a few additional things, specifically with the Limbo episode, because now that we have people like Zolly on board, because when we work on Dewa Dewa, I wasn't talking to Zolly at that time. We were out of contact. But now that I am, Zolister's Limbo might be shown. We might add a few little cool bits in Dewa Dewa. So there will be a Dewa Dewa remastered cut. But again, we'll have to see if we have time for that. And then, additionally, on top of all of that for season 3, the finale, we are going to be reworking a little bit. And I don't mean, okay, it's going to be small reworkings. It's not going to be major, but we are making a few tweaks to the finale. It is roughly going to be the same finale, but we are tweaking it slightly here and there. No, I like Dewa Dewa with the silly ending music. Dewa Dewa, some of the ending music is staying. I think specifically we're looking at episode 3 and episode 4 keeping their music. And there's a way we're going to do that. I'm not going to explain it. But I believe episode 3 and 4 and maybe episode 5, we're going to try to keep that music. But episode 1 and 2, probably not. Am I thinking this right? Yeah, I think I'm thinking this right. Wait, what music did episode 2 have? Episode 2 had... Oh yeah, episode 1 had the variation of We'll Meet Again, which, by the way, got completely cut. Like, it's not allowed to be shown on YouTube anymore, so I had to replace it. So if you actually go look back at Dewa episode 1 right now, it's some stupid song, and I'm sorry about that. But that song's gone, so I couldn't even use that if I wanted to. And the second one was Bicycle Built for Two, which I really like. It is one that is used a lot in other things, though, so I'm not, like, too upset over it. I think the other ones are a little bit more important. The finale will be better. Yeah, I thought... Oh, yeah, Sprout... For episode 3, that credits song is literally just, I think, Sprout's favorite mixed song I've probably made in all of lore. And I was going to cut it. But we kind of... I forgot the exact idea, but we have came with the idea. I'm not going to share it at the moment. But we do have an idea of how to kind of include that. So Dewa Dewa is getting like a remastered cut. Obviously, you can go watch the old Dewa Dewa if you want to. It's sitting there. But it's getting a slight remastered cut to kind of, add something new. Because I don't want the whole video to be like, oh, look, it's just all old content. I've seen this before. It's supposed to be for people who have seen lore. There's still new stuff in there. And people, obviously, who have not seen lore, it's all new. And that's cool. Because there's not an easy way. Because, like, for a lot of lore, there's a lot of streams I specifically haven't watched. So I've, like, learned a lot more of other people's stuff while working on this stuff. Because we've had to watch through every single stream. Watch, more like skim through, actually. But, anyways. So for season 3, Dewa Dewa and finale. Finale is getting tweaked a little bit to make it a little bit better. But because there's like some like, I think we're specifically tweaking. Actually, I'm not going to specify. You're going to have to see. I'm not specifying. You'll see. Because we haven't written it yet. We're basically going to... No, yeah, you'll see. I'm not saying anything else. I need to stop myself. You'll see. I watched season 3. I watched season 3 streams. Sparrow and Toby watched season 2 streams. Actually, Toby also helped me with season 3 streams. A few people helped me with season 3 streams. But I was there the whole time watching them. I did not go back and watch season 2 streams. I mean, I eventually had to because of editing it. So... or skim through at least. Sparrow mostly more watched. So that's all great. Season 2, Season 3, Dewa Dewa finale, all that. Now there's Season 1. Now, here is the biggest issue with Season 1. For Season 1, here's what we have. We have Crimpy Origins. And we have all of Zolister's New America arc and all of that stuff. Now, obviously for Crimpy Origins, unfortunately, I don't think I actually have the original Premiere files just because it was that long ago. But I'm still able to like rework it, and that's fine. I think Crimpy Origins, some parts are gonna get narrated over or like slightly changed and skipped over. Some like the more minor parts, just for the sake of pacing, and some things are just not as important. But again, well, Crimpy Origins, the original series will always stay up. But we are gonna do some slight skipping of it, I think. I haven't fully gone over yet, but that's kind of my plan at the moment. For Zolster stuff, Zolster has some old videos on his older channel that covers some of the New America stuff, more like the early beginnings of the New America stuff. But we have absolutely zero streams. Zero. None. So season 1 is the most broken and disconnected because it just wasn't saved. Like, I even talked to Zol, like, do you have like any stream saved? And he has nothing, which I would, is fine. He does have, back in the day when he was part of Noob Lore and when the plan was to continue with season 1 and not go to season 2, there was a lot more written stuff he wrote for his own like lore related video to kind of do season 1. So he actually gave us that, and we used a lot of that to kind of keep intact what was the story of season 1 for him. So the good thing about all this though is that we have the season 1 world. So what we're gonna have to end up doing in season 1 is recreating a lot of those stream moments, which is gonna be very interesting to make, and I'm probably have to get Zolster a little bit more involved with that stuff. But so season 1, a lot of that, again, it's just gone. It's not there. A lot of it a good amount of it will end up being narration. But again, I haven't gone over season 1 yet. We still need to kind of figure out, see exactly what we have, and talk about what we would be able to recreate. Because we almost have all New America. We have Zolster, Weedy, Kuro, but we don't have Crewfan. I won't discuss too much on that, but it was it was so long ago, I can't remember what exactly happened. But it was late season 1. There was some sort of drama shit. He got kicked out of Noob somehow. I literally do not remember even. Like, this is me being genuine. Something bad happened. I don't remember what. But Crewfan is not in the picture, and I don't think we're even going to try to contact him for that stuff. So we have 3 of the 4 New America members, which Weedy wasn't never technically there, but so we're gonna have to talk about it and kind of figure that out. So if you guys do have any ideas, I know my Magic and Weta, we might talk to you a little bit about season 1 because I think you guys, because I didn't watch Zolster streams back then. In season 1, I had no idea what was going on. I was not involved with it. Spyro was a little bit, and I know you guys were there to watch at least some of it. I don't know how much you were exactly there for, but I remember you guys started watching lore there, so we're definitely going to have to figure that out. Was it early season 2? Okay. Early season 2, Crewfan got kicked out. I wasn't sure. It was somewhere in that transition. It's all blurry. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. So yeah, we have that for season 1. For season 2 though, what truly, truly sucks and why season 2 is going to feel different than 1 and 3 is that we do not have the world. Old Spice ad. What the flip? Anyways, we don't have the season 2 world at all. We have a copy of the world on when it was like literally just opening. So that being the Nether hub and that portal. That's it. That is entirely it. So for some stuff for season 2, we're actually rebuilding some of the stuff. Obviously there's like things here and there like that we just cannot build. Like Icelandica, those castles aren't getting built back up. I'm telling you that right here, right now, you're not seeing new replay mod shots of the castles. I am going to be relying a lot on whatever I have from the ball. So you're going to see a lot of replay mod taken from the ball stuff to be reused again, which sucks. I would obviously love to get new shots if I'm able to, but we're kind of like constraining on what's being built. There are some decent stuff getting built though for season 2, just so we can expand on them and recreate some stuff, because there are some stuff in season 2 I think we're gonna end up. I can think of one major thing that I'm not gonna say that we're talking about recreating. That was that on stream it just didn't come across in our vision, so we're gonna do it again. Also, yeah, mind you, if you have a lot to say about lore, hit me up. I got, you know how to contact me. I think I'm also going to talk to you and Weta about being involved in the video, so in some way. We'll talk about it, but I think there's some ways I definitely want to get you guys involved with this, because there's, practically you guys were a part in it, even, yeah, so you guys were a part of it, basically. So I'll talk to you guys about that. We're still contacting people. For this month, for November, it is going to be a lot of writing. I think we're going to try to start some building this month, hopefully, and start getting some voice lines this month. That is kind of our goal with it. But yeah, actually, so I want to go back around and talk about the length of this fucking project. So, this project, like I said, yeah, season 2 is going to be about 2.5 hours. Season 3 probably going to end up being about 2.5 hours, especially because we're using pretty much all of Dewa Dewa, which Dewa Dewa is over an hour long. I think I'm calling that right. Hold on. Let's do the math here, guys. Let's do the math here. Dewa Dewa. So, Dewa Dewa episode 1's 15 minutes. Episode 2 is 20 minutes. Episode 3 is 15 minutes. Episode 4 is 15 minutes. And episode 5 is 20 minutes. So 20, 40, 55. Yeah, so it's roughly, I think it's a little under an hour and a half, because you've cut out credits. That cuts out like 3-ish minutes, maybe, for some of them. So about an hour 20 minutes is how long Dewa Dewa is. So tack that on top of season 3, all of season 3, and tack that on top of the finale, which is about 20-ish minutes. I don't think the length of the finale is going to change too much. Yeah, the finale is 22 minutes, so I don't think it's going to change too much from that. Maybe a little bit. Probably, I mean, obviously a little bit. But yeah, so 2 hours and a half. Season 1 will probably be the shortest section, because we don't have too much, but again, we'll have to see, because we're gonna do a lot of like exposition and a lot of context to kind of how lore started and how like all of this came to be, and even New Bloom itself. I'd imagine we'd probably talk about that. So anyways, there's a lot. So I think see, like, there's a lot of decision making in the process. So just yesterday I actually talked about Sprout and Zalcer about this, and they're actually the only one who knows about us right now, and I'm about to announce this to people who are also helping me with it. So the video was originally going to be one. It's going to be one massive video. And that video, if we stick to that, is going to be about 5 to 6 hours long. And there are many reasons why it's not good to have that long of a video. Especially in this case. Because one, no one is going to do a full... Okay, most people are not going to do a full sitting of this. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I wrote Lily Spur a whole paragraph about it. But basically, we're going to end up splitting into 3. It's basically, I think, going to be like roughly seasons 1, 2, and 3, with Dewa Dewa being attached to 3. I think that's basically how we're doing it. We're going to write out more. But due to this, each one will be movie length. Each one of these videos are going to be movie length. I think, obviously, my hope, this is not confirmed stuff. My hope and my goal is we'll get season 1 out in January, season 2 out in February, and season 3 out in March. So for 3 months, you'll have a New Bloom lore movie come out every month for 3 months. January, February, March. I think that is a fair deal, because this also helps us ensure kind of the quality of it, because there was some corners we were probably going to have to cut if we made it all one, but because we're doing this spreads out the workload a little bit better, and it makes it so we can, especially in season 1, where we can really add a lot more to it and make sure it's as best as we can make it, because after this project, we're basically done. You'll always probably see the Roto Rusak character around my channel. And there'll always be like, sorry, there's an ad. There'll always be like, some references here and there to lore. But after this is basically it. We don't have any plan to continue it. After the original lore finale, there's like, okay, we're not like, there's a possibility, there's a big maybe. And we actually did discuss it, and there was some projects that started walking, but eventually it's like, this is not gonna work. So this is it. So we want to make sure we get it right for this one, because we're done, I mean, when the entire lore was 25 hours long, yeah, lore was long. That's why I'm like, I personally, I love lore. Do not want to go back and watch the streams. Do not care to. There are funny moments in the stream. There's some streams, like, if I catch a moment, yeah, funny. Do not want to watch the full stream. I mean, that's also me personally, of, like, not really liking watching streams. I personally, like, streaming's fun. I don't want to watch streams, though. That's just how I kind of work. I mean, unless it's my friends, I'll definitely, like, jump in and watch for a while, or sometimes I put some streams, at least the VODs in the background. That's pretty nice. But, yeah. So, definitely, this is, like, we're going out with a bang with this project. I think this project will also very much kind of dictate, at least for me, what content will be after it. Because you'll hear about this in Rewind, so I'm not going to get too much into this. But I've definitely struggled this year. I mean, you've seen the teaser. That's kind of the point of it. Where I've struggled with kind of what videos to make. And I'm honestly questioning if Minecraft videos are the way to go. And I definitely can have fun with Minecraft videos. And I'm having a really fun time with this. Like, I just want to, like, I think this is a major video, like a video in a while that, like, I really, really wanted to work on. Because I think, like, the final product will be so cool, and I think what it can be will be amazing. I just need to make sure it's good. that is, like, very much, like, we want to make sure the quality's good. Which, by the way, for some context, if you watch the stream, the latest stream on my main channel, I was talking about the next videos, how there'd be one in mid-November and one in early January. This video was supposed to be the one that came out in mid-November. Obviously, a lot has changed since that stream, and the project got a lot bigger. So it was originally supposed to be so much smaller. It was gonna be so much smaller, but we really expanded it. The video in early December is still happening, though. I am actually starting maybe even this weekend. I'm gonna start filming it. I'm gonna film it throughout this whole month and try to get it edited and sent out early December. And that will be a very interesting video. I'm gonna kind of see how I want to do it. It will be similar to the fishing video, like I've said. It will be nothing lore related. I don't think I'll even hint towards anything lore in this, so don't expect that. But it is just another tester video, seeing what I kind of like doing, what I don't like doing. So that's basically the video. I think you guys will have a fun time with it. I'm gonna make it pretty funny, pretty hilarious, pretty enjoyable. All that fun stuff. But yeah, that is. I mean, if you have questions now, like, go ahead. I don't want to. I mean, yeah, just ask any question. Even if you don't think I'll answer it. Maybe I'll deny your question. But it is definitely very fun. I am trying to get as much opinions on it as possible to make sure it is good. Like, I remember literally, I think the other night I was in a call with, it was me, Sparrow, Zolster, and Toby, and like a half awake Christopher, I think. And it was literally just like them trying to help me attain more of a video essay type voice, which I actually need to work on. I need to get some practice on that. But it's kind of just like balancing and making sure I get the right voice for that. and stuff like that. So I am like this video is gonna like give me a lot of different skills. Are you adding more gods? I have no plan to. I'm not sure what other gods they would necessarily be in the lore world. Um, because obviously we have the chaos god, Matt, who is basically the cause for everything that happened bad in lore. He is the main source. Um, then we have the keeper, who kind of tracks the whole story and makes sure it's like going good and documenting it basically, which obviously it didn't go good. And then 3, gatekeeper, who watches over the limbos. So I don't know. I think we are. I know in the finale, I think we talked about like the time loops and stuff like that. I think we are actually rewriting that. I don't think we're doing time loops anymore. That part I didn't like. Because I think the finale was of lore. I think it was a little bit on a time crunch, I will say. And I think the whole multiverse thing, I think that was semi of a setup to kind of do more lore. We weren't necessarily sure, I think, what we were doing with it. I think we are going to rewrite the time loop stuff in some way. God of Balance. I've heard you guys talk about the God of Balance. Can you explain what the God of Balance is? Because I'm kind of interesting. I think I mean the no time loops thing's not written in stone yet. I think we're still talking about it. But I think it was unnecessary exposition that didn't necessarily add anything. We're working it out. I'll say we are talking about it. We're still considering it. It's definitely like everything that I have said in this stream is not set in stone. I want to make that very, very clear. Because in last streams I say things. I like this is something I realize. I always say things like things are gonna happen when then they don't. So I want to make, because we are still very early on in the process. So everything I'm saying is not set in stone. Everything is still being discussed. Want to make that very, very clear. That's a long story. What do you mean that's a long story? Oh, the God of Balance. Wait for that video. We're working on it. Okay. The God of Balance. I'm trying to think what the God of Balance would be. I don't know. But I don't think. Honestly, we just don't have time to add another god, I don't think, to this project. I'm trying to think of a purpose of one. Who would even voice another god? That's the real question. Is it like a Matt situation where there's secretly another god among us? Among us. It's I don't know. Interesting thought. Toby. Okay, Toby, are you electing yourself to voice a god? Is this what happening? Is Toby secretly a god the whole entire time? But yeah, I'm very intrigued with the project. Throw me in with a voice changer. We don't need another Rhoda. You will be surprised. I will. Will I? I'm curious. I'm actually curious. I will be surprised. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited to work on this. I think something I'm really excited to work on. I think we're adding more music. At least I want to add a lot more music to this. Things like music such as in Dewa Dewa, but kind of scour it more throughout. Because I think I already have an idea for at least one. I've kind of like had some eyes on some songs that I'm like, ooh, that kind of like resembles what happened at this part in lore. So I'm really excited to work on that. I mean, I can give you ideas, but don't need to. No, I don't. Sure. What am I getting? Oh my god. A fucking Ring doorbell and goes off so fucking much. Anyways, a little bit off topic there. I actually want to show you. Actually, let me ask Sprout for this. Sprout, are you still watching? And if so, am I able to show the other logo concept that I was very, very close to being put in this teaser? We had as far as this no, I'll roughly explain. We had a drawn. Sprout drew a little logo to be instead of like that title card, but weren't really able to get it formatted correctly, and I think honestly we still might work on it a little bit more for the final thing. So I'm not even sure if that title card is necessarily final. We also need to talk about it. Let me express it. Yes. Let me show. Let me see here. Let me do it like this. Desktop. Hopefully there's nothing on my desktop that's spoilers. Boom. That was a version of it. So there's like the flower to represent New Bloom, command block to kind of represent Spyro. I mean, either of these could necessarily represent Spyro, but obviously glasses represent Rhoda or Crimpy, and then Swimmy to represent obviously Zolister. Which I think we're really trying to set in stone what are the main characters of lore, which I think the main three are me, Zolister, and Spyro. And I'm getting called. 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this was one of the designs. Why Swimmy Green? I don't know. Because he felt like it that day. I said that's a little bit more of like an aqua-ish green. I don't know, man. I didn't draw it. That was a version. Then we also had we had concepts of like this. This is very rough. This didn't make it far. I was not a fan early on, but we were thinking about it. Again, more concepts. I'm kind of having to skim through this. I shouldn't be doing this. Here's another version with a completely different style of headset. So it was, we were just trying different things, but we couldn't really make it fully work in time. So we decided just to go with what we have now, which is, I can actually pull it up for us. It is actually this, which if you don't know this, it's there's some plug-in block bench. I ended up making it a block bench. So the Untold Story, New Bloom SMP. That's basically, we kind of came with that top for the video. I think that was kind of like the best. Again, everything might get tweaked a little bit. I would definitely be up for a different title, but I think this one is still pretty solid right now. I'm not too upset with it. I love the name though. Thank you. We really tried to like nail that down on what the name should be. Wow, I also am showing off stuff. Let me pull up that server. Server. Let me pull up that world with the little set we made. Nerd knows exactly when it is in the video as if he was the one who. What? Nerd knows exactly when it is in the video. I can't read. Nerd knows exactly when it is in the. Nerd knows exactly when it is in the video as if he was the one who edited it. I don't understand what you're saying, but yes, I agree. All right, let me pull this up really quickly. It's probably a little bit of a stream glitch as opening Minecraft. That's how it's like. You know Minecraft. If you open Minecraft on a computer, you know how it just freezes your computer for like a good second. But yeah, I'll show you. We actually built this like right behind the Deadpool Wolverine set, so I can also show that because I wasn't able to show that last stream, and I kind of want to show off what we did because I'm kind of proud of it. I can show you a little bit more of the fun stuff if it will open. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Let's do this. Oh yeah, shit, that doesn't work. I keep trying to use my my stream deck, but it's connected to like my main streaming layout and not the Wheelhouse one because I have two different layouts. I like the Wheelhouse to kind of just be more like it to be less, and I also like it just to be less and like be a little more like the older style of how I stream because I think it's just kind of cool. Here it is. It is a box. We made a little box. Obviously, I try to kind of like include little, just fun nods. Obviously, you got Icelandica flag here. We got the Nublum flag. We got that. We got that. We don't talk about that. Here is Swimmy. I can actually show you if I can make sure I don't kill him. How do I? There we go. Yep, Swimmy. I actually named him. I actually went through the process. That's, you know, it's the real Swimmy. We got a little command block here. You know, command block's pretty fun thing. And obviously, the Chicken Crew banner. I like making these banners. Like, I don't think you realize like this specific Icelandica banner is older than New Bloom. This specific, I designed this, and the actual Cherry Blossom. So not the one in Dewa Dewa, but when Cherry Blossom SMP was actually a thing, because it was the predecessor to New Bloom. I want to say, what year was that? 2018 or 2019? I lose track. I think 2018. I feel confident with saying 2018. That feels confident. I don't know. Matt Sprite will have to correct me. We're literally like, I don't remember how to make it though, but I remember all those years ago, I uploaded it to Planet Minecraft. This is a fun fact. It has no importance, but like, if we go here, banners, if you look up Icelandica, I made this 4 years ago. 2020? That doesn't seem right. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. I don't know. But anyways, I posted it, the actual design today, because I would not fucking remember how to make this design. So if anyone's curious, for any reason, to make an Icelandica flag, you can look it up on Planet Minecraft, and it's all here. Posted May 8th, 2020. Actually, no, that does seem right. I think it might have been that. I don't know. I need to check with Manus on that one. But that is how that's a little fun history of the Icelandica banner. You can kind of find it in some wacky places. But anyways, that's basically it. You know, little hole here. The staircase leads to nowhere. You know, it was a pretty small basic set, but I think it was a little fun to make. Here is the big set that we ended up making for the Deadpool Wolverine video. Most of these outskirts are like copy and pasted stuff of like this, like pretty much this row of buildings and this row of buildings are like the custom buildings. This is kind of what it started off with. So a lot of these, like, it seems kind of random, but a lot of these are actually pretty accurate, especially this side to the movie. Like, if I showed a side by side, it would be pretty accurate. We really wanted to be accurate. You know, like the car was here. There's like the bus. If you watch the movie, you understand. Like, obviously bring the bus and then break out the back, yada yada. But we had like various streets. We had the bridge over here. There's like a bridge in the background. When you look here, this is like the donut cart they reference. Here was like in the building they get shot through. All very just like kind of fun stuff. It was a really big city to make, and it obviously sucks that the video didn't work out. But at least we have the city. Also, Matt built that thing right there in the middle, and we also had the portal, the Doctor Strange portal, working, or like at least concepts of it. So it'd be something kind of like this. With this is very rough. We just wouldn't like get the vision, but obviously we would have put down the street over there, and it would have all worked out. But yeah, the thing's just back there in the corner. And I think we were gonna also put like a little bit of, like, references for some reason, just in the background stuff. Like I was gonna use the New Bloom boat. I almost put in the whole season 3 castle over here. I don't think it is over here. I think I ended up not doing it. Yeah. Here's like some like rough building concepts Sprower made that ended up being like reused for the outskirts. The Among Us buildings. You know how they are. And then of course Matt with his with his little Pokemon what? Mario enemy. I'm blanking on the name, but anyway, just wanted to quickly show this off because I think it was a pretty cool set that unfortunately didn't work out. I think at this point we're not gonna return to it. Also, hold on, I gotta check DMs. It's Matt. I cannot. Matt, why are you DMing me? Nerd knows exactly when it is in the video, as if he is the one who edited it. Don't understand. I don't understand. Two Among Us references, one stream. Hey, you know how I like to do it. But yeah, this was basically it. That was all. That was pretty much built for the teaser. Everything else was just Oh, and I made the Rhoda pumpkin. Oh my god, I almost blinked on the Rhoda pumpkin. Let's get out of here. I think we all care about the Rhoda pumpkin. I made a Rhoda Rusak pumpkin just for this fucking teaser. I made a Rhoda. I think it might have been thrown out because it got moldy fast. But you can't hear it. That's good. You don't need to hear it. Let me find my photo. Let me find the that's a really strange photo of it. Why did this happen there? I don't really know. But there's my Rhoda Rusak pumpkin. I had to give it like a little mouth, so like my mom wouldn't like question it too much. It would just be like a normal face. But I had my annual Halloween party. I have my friends, and we did pumpkin carving, and I was thinking what to do. I'm like, what if I do a Rhoda Rusak pumpkin just for the teaser video? So that's what I did. I can actually show you everyone else's pumpkin. Thing back here that you can see in there. That one is Jack's, and that one is Wheaties. He made like a one that's like throwing up, but we just put the gun. It's not the towers. It's not the towers. You need to stop. It is not the towers. I think this one. I forgot who this one was. Like this is like another one. We did the pumpkins. We're a little goofy. But anyways, yeah, I made a pumpkin just for the teaser. I thought that was important information. Who is DMing me? No one. But yeah, basically that is what this project is. It is fully gonna go into the story of New Bloom lore. It's gonna tell that story, and it's also gonna tell the story outside of it in the creation of it. And it's basically, my goal is to cover everything. And so again, if you guys like, make sure to kind of join my Discord server if you want to keep updated on what's kind of going on with it. I'm gonna be updating about it in there, or if you have any requests you want to see in the video, let me know and I'll consider it. You know, when you lie, I was there on the eve of its creation. I saw the gears turning in your head to create the atrocity that was your devious pumpkin. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Matt, you're mad. He's mad. Anyways, I think I covered everything. Again, final time for questions or anything of the sorts. So yeah, you will not see. I don't think there will be another teaser. I don't think it's not necessary. I just want to put one like for Halloween for Rhoda's birthday because that's fun. You will be seeing two more videos, one to two videos before this one. You're gonna see the one coming out in December, and probably rewind. Hopefully, I think rewind will work out this year. It'll just be small, but I think it will happen this year. So you'll get a rewind. You'll get the mysterious video. I don't know why I'm keeping mystery, but I'm just doing that now. Actually, actually, I'm keeping mystery. That, and then January you'll get that. So December you're getting 2 videos, hopefully, and then January, February, March. That is the plan. After March, I'm gonna look at the videos and I'm gonna base off what is next after that, and we'll kind of figure that out together. Streams. I got the new Mario Party. I might stream that this weekend actually. Maybe Sunday. Might get Mario Party this Sunday. We like Mario Party. I did that Mario Party once. Everyone had fun time with that. I got the new one, so maybe I'll set that up. I'm not planning to stream too much. I mean, probably about it's normal. I honestly just care about making sure these videos are good at the moment. That is my main concern, which I think is a pretty fair concern. Subscribe to okay, man. Wait, subscribe to A-Crap for more tips and tricks on Skate 2 for the PlayStation 2 featuring Tony Hawk. What the flip? So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting couple of months. I'm gonna be on the grind. I do want to post some more Wheelhouse podcasts here soon. It's been a little while. I've been just doing my own thing. I've been doing this, but I've just been doing my own thing. I've been like, it's been a busy time. I might relax a little bit for the rest of the day and then get back to the grind tomorrow, but I like grind. That's all it's been. That's my life. Always on the grind. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I want to thank you, everyone, for joining this fun stream. We've hit the hour mark. We hit to an hour. I wasn't sure if we're going to hit an hour. We did. So obviously, yeah. If you have not seen Lore, I don't really know if you should go back and watch it. I was figuring out, oh yeah, go watch back old Lore in preparation for this, but this project is going to cover everything in a better way. So I don't know, if I'm going to say don't watch Lore. For people who haven't watched it, I know a lot of people in this chat have watched Lore. But if you're recommending this, I don't know if you necessarily say go watch Lore. I don't know. That's it's I don't know. I guess we'll see. You know what? It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to. I don't, most of it, yeah, it's up to you. You figure it out. You know what? I'm not making decisions for you. You figure it out. I believe in you. Anyways, I think I am gonna hop off for the day. So yeah, maybe stream this weekend. We'll see. But until then, I will see you guys on the flip side. All right. Thank you everyone for joining the stream, and I'll see you next time. I burped. Sorry. Peace.